Have you ever wondered the struggles of being pregnant? Imagine having to deal with pregnancy and your studies at the same time. Well, our documentary is about covering the struggles of pregnancy and studying at the same time. Our documentary will cover the hardships of one specific girl, the challenges she faces through pregnancy, and also having to deal with campus life, assignments, tests, and attending the classes. The name of our documentary is called Expectancy Battles. The main shots of the documentary will be showing how she copes on campus, what changes now that she is pregnant than before, the pressure she has to face with her studies, and also we will be following her through her daily experiences, through her struggles and good times, balancing both the good and the bad, how her parents will react to her being pregnant, and also will they be there to support her.
When I found out I was 6 weeks pregnant, it happened in a way, in a shocking way, because I had heartburns. I kept on going to the toilet a lot of times, and I thought at that moment I was suffering from ulcers because my belly was quite bigger than it normally was. So everyone around me thought that was the case, and I went to the clinic. They took a pregnancy test, obviously, and the nurse at that time told me that I'm pregnant and I'm 6 weeks pregnant. She also couldn't understand why my belly was so big and stuff like that. She took measurements of my belly and took my blood test and the regular stuff, and she gave me vitamins and what I'm supposed to take during pregnancy and the pills that I'm supposed to take. I got home and I showed, because the clinic they give you the pregnancy test back, you leave with it. I got home and I showed my mom. I just showed her, didn't explain anything to her. I showed her and she asked me, so what's this, you pregnant? I was like, yeah, I'm pregnant. She was like, she can't believe this. She never wanted this for me at this time because I'm still in school. Even though I'm done with high school, but the fact that I'm still in school and the responsibility that's going to be on me, and she didn't know whether I'm ready for the responsibility or not. The funny question that I got from her was, she asked me if it's my boyfriend Tato, and I told her, I told her yes, obviously Tato is the father, and she didn't understand because my belly was big, was really big. It looked like I was 6 months pregnant. By the time I was just 6 weeks pregnant. I told her that the nurse doesn't also understand. They took a couple of tests and they told me when to come back. She looked fine at that moment. She looked, I know my mom, she was fine at that moment. But as days went by, she started changing. And I remember specifically asking her that she shouldn't tell anyone, my family, but she went and told my grandma. My grandma led to my brothers knowing, my uncles knowing, everyone just knew. And I didn't want anyone to know until I figured out what condition I had. So, yeah, she told everyone. And then the last person I had to tell was my boyfriend. I don't know why I told them last. He was the first person that I think I was supposed to tell. But I told him. And he didn't take it well. I don't know if he didn't know how to react to the situation, or he just, because of we young and whatnot, I really don't understand, but he took it very bad. We fought at that moment, fighting about who's the father of the child, why is my baby so big, why my baby looks like I'm 6 months pregnant while I'm 6 weeks. That means that can't make him the father of the child. And I don't understand whether or not I was 6 months or 6 weeks. He's my boyfriend. I've always been with him. So pregnancy happens unexpectedly. So yeah, but we fought a lot. Our relationship was really rocky from that day. We fought all the time. That romantic thing that we had between us, the calling and seeing each other all the time, just went away. It really did go away. My mom tried talking to my boyfriend, but my boyfriend couldn't understand. But at the end of the day, I could see that my mom agrees with Tato. So yeah, it really affected me because I felt like I had no one believed me. It's just, it was horrible. It was a horrible experience. And I don't think anyone who's pregnant is supposed to go through such a horrible experience. Plus, on top of that, people around me, I'm not getting support. I have this weird condition that I don't even know what's going to happen with me, what's going to happen with the child that I'm carrying, Just felt like my life was crumbling at that moment. I thought about having an abortion like 5 times, but I was too afraid to go through the process because I've heard from other girls that abortion is, it's a traumatizing experience that you'll never forget in your life. And I didn't want to be responsible for taking someone's life. A baby that I haven't even met, a baby that I don't know. So, yeah. My mom seemed fine, like I said, at that moment, even if I felt like, but to make it why let's share a story. Oh.
Action!
So how I found out I was pregnant, I was suffering from heartburns for a good 3 weeks. And I thought it was something that I ate, like, the normal things I normally eat. And I went to the doctor and the doctor told me that I was pregnant. And I didn't understand because I had heartburns and I was suffering from ulcers. I thought it was ulcers actually because my belly was like big. It was abnormal, it was big. I normally don't have a big belly, I'm a flat stomach girl. So yeah, the doctor told me that I was pregnant. That's the reason for my belly being big. And yeah, I told my boyfriend. My boyfriend freaked out. I told him via text so we could meet. We finally did, and he freaked out. Freaked out that I'm pregnant. This belly thing of mine is not because I'm sick or because I have ulcers. He just freaked out because I was pregnant, and he thought that it wasn't his child because there's no way my belly could be so big, and I could be like 6 weeks. It makes no sense to him. So yeah, that's basically my story.
So how did you tell your parents?
I showed my mom. How I told my parents was I just approached my mom and then I gave her the pregnancy test, because I didn't want to get into a lot of like, I'm pregnant. I just thought the pregnancy test would be like, and I tell her that, okay, I'm pregnant. So yeah, that's how I told her. And then I told her not to tell anyone, but she went and told my grandmother. My grandmother told everyone else. Now everyone else was, all up in my face.
How did they react?
My brother was really upset. Very upset. My uncle, on the other hand, he was very happy because he considers having a child being a blessing. Like, what everyone else thinks when you're pregnant. It's a blessing from God. And so on. But my brother was really upset because I'm in school and I don't work. So now I'm a burden to my child is a burden to my parents, and yeah, my child's a burden to my parents. And I wouldn't say I'm a burden because I'm my parents' child, so they have no choice but to take care of me.
So how did you feel when you found out you were pregnant?
How I felt when I found out that I was pregnant, I couldn't believe it at all. I never thought it would happen to me. I knew it would happen to me one day. Obviously, we all think that one day you plan, you want to have a family with the man that you love, and so on, you want to get married. Eventually, it's going to happen, but I didn't think it would happen to me so early. Unplanned pregnancies.
And this condition, how did you find out about it?
And
having a big belly at such an early age?
No, I don't understand the question.
Do you know the condition?
Or that I have? I don't know the condition that I have, actually. The doctors have no idea what I have. But they keep on running tests over and over again, so I regularly go to the clinic. Plus, I don't have a medical aid, so it's hard. I think it's hard for me and it's hard for them because I always visit the clinic, the hospital. They send me referrals to the hospital. You go to a clinic, then you go to a hospital. So I'm always in and out of the clinic, sending me to referrals to the hospital and whatnot. I think if I had a medical aid, it would be like really better. Like I would know by now what I have, and everyone else wouldn't be on my case about who's the real father or why am I lying? What am I going to achieve from lying? You know. But if I had a medical aid, I think I'd get proper help and decent help. Public hospitals, I wouldn't say they've helped me so far. So yeah.
Yeah, so now that your boyfriend knows, do you have any support from him or anyone else other than him?
Well, now that my boyfriend knows that it's his child and we are pregnant and we're in this condition together, wow, he's supportive because it's his child. I think we should both take responsibility. So I told him, and he agreed. You know, he's there, at least compared to the first time. The first time we used to fight all the time. He was never there because of what he thought. He thought that I was unfaithful to him. And my mom's relationship and I is getting way better than before.
Why were you and your boyfriend fighting?
My boyfriend and I were fighting because he thought that wasn't his child. And this pregnancy came out of the blue, so it was a shock to both of us. So I guess he didn't know how to react from it. I also didn't know how to react from it. So that actually created tension between us.
Okay.
Cut. Hey, ma. So I went to the internet cafe alone, with no support, obviously, because I had to take measures into my own hands. I found out that the internet cafe kind of guided me into demanding what I wanted at the clinic. So I saw an article about a lady that was pregnant. Yeah, she was pregnant. She was around 3 months pregnant. She was around 3 months pregnant, but she looked like she was beyond 3 months pregnant. I thought maybe we could have the similar situation. And when I went to the clinics, I asked the nurses there to send me a referral to the hospital because they don't have sonars. So I needed a sonar to check exactly what's going on because ever since I found out about I'm pregnant, I've never been there. I've never been to a sonar. What they've done only is take measurements of my belly. So they gave me a referral, and when I got to the hospital, I was told that I'm carrying 4 babies, which added on extra pressure on me, and it was just a horrible time. When I went to the hospital, the doctors, they told me that I'm carrying 4 kids. Yeah, 4 babies, and it's basically normal for some people to be early within pregnancy but look like they've been far along because of the amount of babies that I'm carrying. So it made sense. I went home and told my family and my boyfriend that, and they didn't believe me at that moment, and regardless of what I said. But eventually, as time went by, they believed me, and my boyfriend was accepting of the situation and willing to father his kids. And my mom, as much as I'm having 4 babies, she was stressed about what's going to happen financially with us because my boyfriend doesn't work and I don't work either. Who's going to support these kids? She was accepting, and she apologized for doubting me. So I guess, I don't know, my life, I guess, is back to normal, but not exactly because I'm about to be a parent to 4 little babies.
Cut.
finished. Like I said, my mom she seemed fine at that moment, even if I felt like she was agreeing with my boyfriend Tato. But as time went by, I could see the anger in her face every single day. She was really upset. She was angry. She was beyond angry. I don't even have the words for it. So yeah, the fact that my mom is angry, my boyfriend doesn't want anything to do with me. My family is just really upset at me because apparently I don't want to tell the truth about who the father is, the father of my baby. So yeah, I had to take measures into my own hands because I felt like no doctor was willing to help me, or the process of helping me was just taking too long. I googled what I had, similar situations to me, and yeah, it was hard. I was alone, so yeah, I googled what I had. So, vida kanjani phela kuma pregnant ana 18?
Okay, inzima, I don't wanna lie. Inzima kakhulu because bengi-expectanga ukuthi umntanami angasuka nje aba pregnant kanjalo, because kwakuyinto esihlala siyikhuluma, i-conversation sahlala siyikhuluma mina naye as mother and daughter, and kimi always mangikhuluma nabo mina I try my best ukuthi ngibayenzele example ngami ukuthi okay, nami I had a child at a younger age, kwabanjani kwabanzima and things like that. So mina I thought ukuthi umntanami naye uzu-understanda lento manje me-explainela ukuthi kunzima kangakanani. So I thought mina ukuthi yena uzohamba ngale ndlela le engifisayo ukuthi mina ngabe ngihambe kuyo ekubeneni mina ngayihluleka, but then I thought ukuthi yena uzothatha ama-decisions angcono kulawa mina ngawathatha, even though it's a mistake vele akekho umuntu uplanayo ukuthi aba-pregnant, but I feel mina ukuthi it was a little bit stupid ukuthi angaza kwenzakala lento leyo nje ayivumela kanjani, because esikhathini samanje akusenokuthi umntana ungahlala naye phansi ukhuluma naye ngaboma-preventer, ukhuluma naye about safe sex and things like that, because seyikhona everywhere. Nasesikolweni kukhulunywa ngayo, nakuma-TV, radio, even bona ngabangani I think mina ukuthi kukhulunywa ngayo. So angizange mina ngicabanga ukuthi kungabe into ukuthi angaze alinda ukuthi kube yimi ngimtshelayo ukuthi into esona. So yeah, ngaba disappointed kakhulu futhi. Angifuni ukucabanga ngaba disappointed.
And then uyakholwa ukuthi lo mfana lo athintrekisile uyena?
Yona inzimanyana, because lo mfana lona makasho yena akusidala baqala ukuzwana, mara uthi una 6 weeks pregnant, u6 weeks pregnant, then lo mfana lona makasho yena uthi akusidala baqala ukuzwana. So mina ngazi mara umntana manje ngibona ukuthi angacamba manga, angazi iqiniso liyaziwa uye nalo mfana lona ukuthi kwenzakalani, because naye lo mfana lo akasho ukuthi akusuye ekubeneni yena ufuna ukudotsha ama-responsibilities wakhe. So angazi mina ngikho sure.
The first time I found out that she was pregnant, I couldn't believe it, because she looked like she was 6 months pregnant, and it was unbelievable because we only met like a month or 2 months ago. So I couldn't believe her and everything. And then the next thing, she was crying, all dramatic. Later on, she told me that she is carrying 4 babies. 4 babies. Right? That was the reason why she looked like a 6 months pregnant woman. So I started to believe her, but then it was difficult because I'm not working, number one, and number two, my parents, I have issues with my parents. So now, yeah, we can wait and see what the future holds for us. But then I'm willing to work, I'm willing to work hard, wake up, yeah, as I'm starting right now. So that's the thing with us men, we have to work. So that's it.
Okay, well.
So you've been cheating.
Ke tsa ntho e etsang he.